Hi Hugo, it's Dina. I'm looking at your picture that you're trying to get some more texture into your biscuits, and this here is the quick mock-up I've done, which is similar to your painting. By the way, your painting is looking fantastic. I've just got a couple of tips for you. I'm thinking if we look at the pink biscuit here and the texture on this, what I've just done is I've mixed up two tones of pink. I've gone a little bit darker than the colour that you've painted, and I've gone a little bit lighter over here than the colour you've painted, because I'm thinking we're going to need both to add texture. So perhaps mix up first a little bit darker pink than the pink you've got on your painting at the moment, and a little bit lighter pink than you've got. And then I'm thinking, looking at it, that it's actually lots and lots of little ridges. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to paint them now. I think there's lots of little sort of squiggly lines. I'm hoping you can see this and it's close enough up. Now, I wouldn't worry too much at this stage about it. You don't want it too dark though. Maybe I've gone a little bit dark with mine. But you're looking at these sorts of lines. They're sort of dashes and lines. The paintbrush I'm using is about this size, which I think is quite a good size. So bear with me. I hope there's not too much glare on the painting, but I'll do a close-up in a minute. Hopefully you can see the strokes that I'm doing. So I'm doing lines that are a little bit wiggly. I'm breaking them up a little bit. I'm doing a few dots and dashes. I'm not really too concerned about what I'm doing. Let me just again make sure that you can see that. Okay, now I've gone quite a bit darker there, but don't worry, it doesn't matter if you go a bit too dark. But just try and mix a colour that's a little bit darker rather than a lot darker. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing as I'm building up the texture. Now, you'll remember from your classes with me that I say something to all my students, and that is, it doesn't actually matter what you do with acrylic paint because you can always change it. It's never dead set. You can always go over it, you can always change it. So I've done some dark ridges here. I'm going to switch on to the lighter pink and let's see what happens. I'm going to use the same technique. Okay, so wiggly lines that are broken and a few dashes. So wiggly line, dash, 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 wiggly line. Now the thing with texture and building texture up is that you've got to do quite a lot of one thing. Sometimes it gets a little bit, well, actually, you're the sort of person who has lots of patience, so you'll probably be loving this right now. But it's lots and lots of the dots and dashes, lots and 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 lots. You can use a smaller paintbrush if that helps you. Now I'm just tilting it again. Hopefully you can see a bit closer up. We're building the texture. We haven't finished, we've just started. But it's a good technique to keep going with, okay? It's worth keep going with. You might not be able to see this bit because I'm left-handed, but hopefully I can spread it along. And I'm building up the texture bit by bit by bit. If you did want to mix three colours, you could mix the pink that you already have, a lighter pink and a darker pink, because you can always use the colour that it is originally to get rid of any lines that are too dark or too light or you don't like. So remember, it's lots and lots of work. So keep going with the texture. I'm thinking that if you do that for your other biscuits that you want texture on, you can't go wrong basically, because it's a good technique. So with the green, mix up a little bit lighter green and a little bit darker green and work with your texture where you see it. You're actually trying to copy what you see. With the green one, I'm looking at it now, I see that there's lots and lots of dashes here, lighter green dashes, especially in this bit here and in this bit here and a little bit here as well. There's a lighter area here of lighter green which you can put in dashes and build it up if you want. With the yellow, is there much texture on this yellow one? No, there's not. That's smooth, isn't it? That remains quite smooth. And there's lots of texture on this green one